everybody. I'm probably about 3 years too late for this, but I'm going to start a Project Cars 2 career mode. And we're starting in Formula Rookies. Look at these little things. Thanks for tuning into the video. Kind of surprised that you did, to be honest, but I appreciate it. So thank you very much. I'm just kind of experimenting with settings here and camera angles and stuff, kind of on a really low budget. We're doing 50 difficulty AI here. For the first few seasons I'm going to do short races. A, because it's easier to edit, and B, because you guys probably don't want to watch 30 laps of me trying to stomp AI and spinning out and being an idiot. So here we go. Get this green and red Formula Rookie car. I like it. The only thing I've done to the setup here is just change brake bias and brake pressure. So here we go. And lights out and away we go. We get a really good start. I'm going to dive it up the middle of everybody here. This is I was kind of surprised at how slow the AI got off the line here. Anyway, I'm going to dip to the outside here. Lots of room, just staying away because the AI are scary. Up in 4th gear here, we're going to dip to the right because I see lots of space, and I like rounding this corner a lot. I'm just going to take it easy. Spot my braking point, turn in. Alright, up to the fountain section here, and we're already in P3 from the back of the grid, so that's a good start. All these races, no practice, no qualifying until I start doing longer races, so should make it pretty easy. As we're going to dive up in... Oh, that was tight. Just going to get a little bit of slipstream here, dip around the right side of this guy and try and send it around the outside. This corner's pretty deceiving. You can take quite a bit of speed in here. Oh, as he just pushes us so slightly wide. We have simulation damage on, so we're lucky we didn't get killed there. Now, I saw him coming on the outside, so I focused a lot on the exit here, trying to get a good exit. And it looks like it's going to pay off. We're going to dive up the right side here. Back into P1. So we're trying to play a lot of these racing games on this Logitech G920 wheel setup. It's decent, but you can definitely tell by the camera there that the whole setup shakes around a lot. The wheelbase that I have is just a single vertical version, so I definitely should upgrade this or buy a separate, like, lower down desk for it. Because we're doing short races here, it's only a 2-lapper. So I'm just going to take it nice and easy, because we got about a second or so to the car behind. Man, these cars really hard at the high RPM. I love it. And that's one of the few cars in this game where I feel like you can get it sideways and just turn in and generally hold it. And it makes it really fun to drive. Even though they've got low power, you can still slide them quite a bit, which makes it a lot of fun. And this is in the try. Driving these things in the rain is just hilarious. There's not a whole lot to talk about here. Just kind of trying to cruise away to the win. When I used to race this game, I had the AI turned down a lot because I was definitely not very good. And playing a bit of iRacing online definitely helps you get a lot better. Little bit of a drift coming out of that corner there. And here we are. We're going to win the first race. Look at that. Not bad. Just gonna coast to the wind, rev it up a bit, listen to the power of the Alright, so we're in first place, and with the extra point for fastest lap, we got 31 points. We're off to Texas now. The Texas infield, this track is a lot of fun in these cars. It's a short lap, but the track's really wide, so there's a lot of different lines you can take. Makes it pretty interesting. But here we go. With a pretty good launch there, I was kind of surprised by that one, but we're going to dip to the outside. A lot of the times with the AI, the outside is where you want to be. So I'm just going to take it easy here. Third gear, just kind of chilling. Already up to fourth as we turn in here. Get a little bit of a slide on, catch it, a little bit more slide, catch it. And as we're coming right on the back of this baby blue car. Pretty gross to look at, I gotta get by that. This yellow car again, we almost made contact, but I'm just gonna send it up the inside anyway. Hit the gravel, drift. Massive drift coming out of there. That was pretty sketchy. Alright, lap 2, we're halfway done already. Hit the brakes just a bit too much, kind of lock them up a little bit, but we save it and send it around the outside. And we're clear going into this middle section. Very good. Big drift just because we can. So much fun to drive these things. P2 goes for a quick look up the inside, but does not have the guts to send it. And it looks like we're going to win this one too. So real short races here. Just trying to get through the first couple seasons. Let me know if you guys want to see more like Formula Car style stuff. Oh geez. Just a bit of showboating before the line, and just ignore it. And there we go. So that's the US Rookie Championship done. So now we can go on to the major series here. We have 3 more races: Algarve, Donington Park, and the Red Bull Ring. So just checking my difficulty for now. Since we did well here, I'm going to turn it up like maybe 10 for the next episode. We'll see. If I get a car that I really like driving, like the Formula Renault, I'm definitely going to do. Then I'll definitely turn the difficulty up, and I'll turn the race length up as well. Yeah, here we go. We're at the circuit of Algarve, or however you pronounce that. Now this track's really wide, but there's a lot of and lights out and away we go. We're gonna dive up the middle here and just kind of run it all the way down to the first corner here. This track's got a lot of really oversteer moments in this car, and I love it. It's so much fun, and you'll see that here in a minute. We're gonna dive up the inside, down a couple gears, give the AI lots of space, and they don't give me space. A little bit of contact there. I go a bit defensive into this corner and then dip to the outside because there's room. With how wide this track is and how narrow these cars are, there's tons of room. And you never want to touch wheels because I've definitely seen these cars flip just from a tiny touch of tire to tire. So it's always safer to just give yourself some extra room here. Down into the hairpin for the first time, we're going downhill as well, so you're going to brake a bit earlier. Gonna clip that curb on the inside a little bit and run it out. Get a good exit here. And we're gonna run that good exit all the way down. That's almost straight in these cars. We're coming into this kink. Lift off a little bit. Probably should have hit the brakes a bit because I got a ton of understeer, but we bring it back in. And a little touch from behind there, it looked like. Got us right sideways, but we managed to save it. So P3 already, a little bit halfway through the lap. And this part is a lot about momentum and having the right line here, because you really got to focus for this 90-degree corner up here. But I hit the brakes over the hill, and holy cow! You know what DK stands for? That shit right there. That's what DK stands for. So we barely saved that one. So much fun when you save it and it actually works. I'm just gonna bide our time here, because I know that we're faster than these guys. So just gotta work at it. Alright, coming out of this last corner, we're gonna hold all of our momentum that we got here. We're gonna try and grab some slipstream off these guys and see what we can do into T1. And as you can see from the camera on the left there, I'm running the shifter on my left side, even though I am from Canada. It's because, you know, I drive a big dirty 34, so really a final lap. Gonna draft this guy, send it to the middle of this guy, so we're gonna go all the way to the middle, 3 wide into T1. Sent it in a little bit too hard. had a slide there and we caught it. And P2 actually comes right up our inside and takes the space back. I'm not having that. I'm going up his inside. I don't care. Drive in a bit deep, but because the track's so wide, we can hold the speed and maintain the speed around the outside. And it looks like we're in the P1. Very good. I'm going to go to the left here and break the slipstream so that he can't benefit from that, because the AI don't actually follow you. This isn't F1 2020 here. So I'm going to take it easy at the hairpin, see him dive in, and I'll just cut across because I'm not having any of that. He's not getting past me. That's a little bit better, but we're still wide coming through that corner. There's just so much understeer. And then a lot of oversteer on the turn in. We managed to gather it all up and keep our 8/10 of a second lead or so. In this part again, I'm going to try and tap the brakes in a straight line here over the hill to try and put the weight on the front. And then turn in, and as I do that, back end comes around, but not quite as bad, but we're still drifting all the way out here. Which ruins our run out of this corner. But if the AI were actually good, they definitely would have munched me up there. So I'm excited for the next season of career mode when we turn the AI up quite a bit. Aggression and difficulty. Should be fun. I'm just drifting it ever so slightly through this corner here. Alright, we are coming up to the line to grab our first win in the National Series here, the Euro Series. And there it is. In the European Championship. So now we're at Donington Park. I'm not a huge fan of this track, I've only ever driven it a few times in the sim. We get a really good jump on it this time. We dive all the way up the middle of all these guys. Very good. Just barely let the clutch out enough to just kind of cruise off the line. Just as the light was going out. We're going to stick to the middle line here, kind of push it outside on the exit. A little bit of oversteer. I'm going to force my move up to the inside here. Ooh, that was tight with that baby blue car behind. We'll dip to the outside here. I gotta be careful to stay off this curve. This curve is deadly. I've definitely spun it there before. Oh, as the AI ahead goes off track. Ooh, I thought he was spinning and coming back. I probably could have downshifted here, but I wanted to give this guy a little bit of room. Don't need him going mega aggressive, but just a little bit. Go, you're slow on the apex. He just parks it right there. And just because of that, we've lost 6/10 of the car ahead, so I'm going to dip to the outside. There's just enough room. And he moves over and gives me the space, and I'm going to hold the speed around the outside. Kind of go off the track a little bit. Understeer quite a lot there. I wasn't expecting that much understeer. And he comes right back to us. So I'm going to slipstream him, and you know for sure we're going to dive him into the bus stop. Yeah, there we go. Lights on. So we dive him up the inside. Really shallow line here, take a lot of curb. He tries to hold it around the outside, but can't. Lots of curb on the runoff. Now the leader head is 1.6.5 seconds. I gotta get that. Leader's 1.6 seconds ahead, and we're almost there. Final lap. So these 2 lap races are really hectic. So at this point, I think, yeah, I'm not going to catch this dude. There's no way whatsoever, but I'm going to keep pushing. You know, never give up. Jimmy Broadbent style. And, you know, just keep pushing. It's kind of an awkward line there. The car started to come around, and I just caught it, and I just stayed in the gas. And ended up cutting the line quite a bit narrower than I wanted to, but we held a bit of speed. Third place looks like he's coming back on us here, but I'm not going to worry about that. Just going to go defensive here, because I know they're pretty weak in that corner, and use all the runoff we can. We caught up a half a second in laps, about a third of the way done, so if you do the math, we should be close at the end, if I just keep pushing. Alright, well you heard it from the engineer, he said push it as hard as you can, and that basically means just send it by. Lick the stamp and send it. So I absolutely send it into the bus stop. Look at how much time we made up there, just barely catch the car together, send it over the curbs, use all the runoff that we can. Oh, we're coming up to the line. Are we going to do it? Pull out, see if we can pass him. Oh, looks like we just barely missed out on first place there. That was an intense final corner. Holy cow. Going through the replay cameras so you can see just how hard I sent this into here. Lock up the back a little bit. Jumping over those massive curbs. Should have waited the last possible second to pull out from behind him. Maybe another 30 feet more and we would have got him. It's very close here. Check this camera out. Really good view here. You can't even see me. Boom, there I am. Go for the pass. Looks like he just got us by just a little nose cone. Yeah, 47 thousandths of a second. I was fuming after that. Alright, this race we're going to the Red Bull Ring. The national circuit, so not the full one. I actually like this little circuit a lot. If you want to like learn anything or learn to drive anything in the rain, I definitely recommend the circuit. It's very wide, it's nice. You can see me pretty stoked for the last race of the season there in the bottom left, and the lights are out and away we go. Our teammate's starting in 11th there, so that's not very good, but we're going to dive it up the inside of everybody. Sending it right through the middle as hard as we can. Went just a little bit cautious there at the end of that into T1, just try and get a better run here, but the 62 car ruins that run and tries to squeeze me all the way to the grass. I like to brake early, be conservative in the first couple of corners till the AI figured the things out, because it takes them a while sometimes. And I'm going to run right around the outside of this guy and kind of lock him in behind the red car so he can't. He's got no momentum. That kills off his run, gives me the place. Very tight with the red car, kind of pushed him almost to the grass. Go around him. We're up into P4 after the first quick lap. This last couple corners, very, very tricky. Lots of understeer at the end there. The turn-ins are usually pretty good in these cars, but the understeer is just crazy. And the AI and I really cut that corner, but I'm going to dip up the inside of these two guys with 3 wide down straight. And it looks like the guy in first place does not have a lot of top speed at all. So I'm going to go for it here. When he comes back on the outside, and lots of mid-corner understeer, holy cow. But luckily there's no one there, and somehow we don't get a penalty for that. Probably should have. But we're up into the lead, so I guess I shouldn't be complaining. With these cars around corners like this, you can kind of nibble the curb to give you a lot more turn. It's going to wear out your tires a ton, but in these quick races, you know, there's no tire. Basically is no tire wear. So I just use the curb to kind of pull me around. If you're doing this in the rain, do not do it on that left-hander back there. That will kill you. There's massive puddles. And there's the understeer again, mid-corner. Slow it down, straighten it up, get a good run. And there we go. We win that race by 7/10. So you can see the AI difficulty between racetracks is definitely different. Like, had a good race, that last race, finished 47 thousandths gap, and then this race is almost a second place after 2 laps. So, and this is our reward, Formula Rookie Champion. Look at that thing. They really put some good work into those cutscenes. It looks really good. But there we go. Season's over. So thanks for watching the first season with me. I'm going to go into Formula C after this, I think. Yep. But let me know if you have any suggestions. And yeah, thanks for watching.